Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope y'all are doing well. So messages from Spirit. We were really dialoguing a lot in the last 24 hours, but especially this morning. And it was the reminder of being mindful of your words. And it starts with what's coming in here and what you're attracting and getting through the airways and what you're attaching. Allowing to attach. Because you're allowing it to happen consciously and unconsciously. Which always brings me back to being mindful and conscious about all things that you're doing. And that requires present moment thinking. So I myself have been caught up lately in listening to different videos of someone who I'm still on the fence about, taking in this information and just letting it mull around. But then what I found happening was it was coming into my mind a lot. And then I was recalling something I heard a week before and a week before that. And then I found myself mulling around with the names of these darker entities. And I wound up saying that. And so I know the power of words and thought in your energetics. So I'm thinking, as I'm mulling around this name of more of a demon, Satan, blah, 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 side of the fence, I'm bringing awareness and attention to it. And I don't want to bring awareness and attention to it, knowing what I know about the energies and what it can create, good, bad, or indifferent. So I had to scramble my brain. And literally, I found myself going la 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 la, and then thinking of other things to quickly fill that and knock those names and words out. And it took a conscious, deliberate effort to do so. And every time they pop back in, I'm like, no, I'm not going to think the name, not going to say the name, not going to feel the name, not going to give any attention to this. Send you back to the light with love. Send you back to the light with love, because you are not staying bobbing around up in here. So then, as I'm blow drying my hair this morning, I'm like talking with Spirit about why is it that a few of these people are on these circuit, they're on everybody's show repeatedly, and they're saying similar to the same things, all of which we cannot verify, right? It's just information. Whatever avenue it's been given to them, whatever book has been written about it, it's information given to them by we don't know who. So we don't hold on to all this energy. We have to release it and allow it to flow through us like the breeze. We're not going to hold on to an air pocket over here because we need it later. We're not going to hold on to all these airways of stuff. So then I said to Spirit, why am I so resistant about having these people on my show? And I got, is it a protection mechanism that I have? Because I never want to be clustered into a group. I have a resistance to clustering. And I hear sorta, but no. It's you have a high level of discernment. Your volume dial for discernment is way up innately. And you like to allow the information to filter through before you give anyone your time, attention, or your talent. Because where one or more gathered, energy occurs, good, bad, or indifferent. And then when you get a whole cluster, what can be created, good, bad, or indifferent. And because I have such a high level of respect for the energies, I am conscientious and cautious about where I place myself. And I said, okay, because I didn't want fear to govern me. So I've done a lifetime of digging through my subconscious, filtering through and getting rid of the cobwebs and things that don't serve. And if any other of those shadow things are coming up, I always want to make sure that I'm churning and sifting and releasing back to the light. Because my whole goal is to be a cleaner vessel for all of the multitudes of work I need to do on the physical and energetic, the cosmos, and the multidimensional levels. And I don't want to get caught up in all the earthly plane ridiculousness that is occurring everywhere and anywhere. And it always goes back to the same message I keep getting, and that is be careful, be mindful of what it is that you're ingesting. And there's an expression called food for thought. What really is food? Food is supposed to be a fuel source of nutrients to give the body its energy so that all of its systems can work optimally. And so thought is also food, and it can either bring you or enlighten you. So we have to be careful of these things that are swirling and twirling and going bippity boppity boo up in here before you give it to the airways through this orifice of exhaling your stuff. That's why it's so important to pull back, to think, to feel. Before you disperse. You can't get that back. I always have to follow my internal guidance system, my God protective services, my GPS on micro and macro levels. And whether I can understand it with the verbiage and the lineal programmed words that I know, I may not understand it on that level, why I need to step back or step forward. I do know one thing, I give myself less spankings, if you know what I'm saying, when I listen to this, because it has never, ever steered me wrong. And I will ask before I speak with people, am I to comment on this? Is there something that needs to come through me that could be of assistance or help to someone? Or am I here just to be a listening vessel and this doesn't need to open so much? Is what I have to say wisdom or is it waste? Because either way, that other person's going to pick it up. So I would rather not be wasting and spewing garbage just to be, I could be. So if you notice, when I do any groups or anything on here, I have nothing really written down. I allow it to flow through and out the best way I can with visceral love. So I'm here today on this Fun-Filled Friday. Yesterday, what did we have? We had the day of equal light and darkness. So take this as a new day to try to be as balanced on your equilibrium scales, to maybe take a step back and turn all this crapola that has a lot of information that goes swirling around, because half of it you can't understand because it's just too much. And a prime example of this, I went to go meet a soul sister on Wednesday and had an hour and a half drive. So I filtered through my YouTube and picked a couple things to listen to. So I'm listening to this JQ guy talk about different stuff. And within 15 minutes, I felt as I'm driving. I was like, oh, this gotta go. Flip through to something else. And I'm like, ooh. Alrighty then. As I could feel the suction cups and I could feel the energy siphoning. And instead of continuing on mindlessly, I conscientiously knew there's caution, warning, energy levels going down, suctioning every cell in your brain so it's mindless. Warning. I turned it off. Don't take in all this information because everyone else is listening to the celebrity du jour. And just because somebody wrote a freaking book doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it true. Interesting thing is, in the last 2 years, I've ordered books and I can't even read them. They could be of the highest level of something. I can't read them. Even when I was working with SecMet last year, someone said, get this book, that book. I ordered them, can't read them. I flipped through them. I've looked at pictures. Spirit just makes all the language in there foreign to me. So foreign that it's gonna, instead of, because they keep saying over and over and over and over again, connect with your breath, Sandy. Commune with your higher self and your spirit team, just like I'm talking to you right now. Find your way through the twists and curves and the ups and downs of messages. Because isn't it funny how I will receive messages and later I may hear it on someone's video and it'll be like, boom, good, bad, or indifferent. Just remember, what you focus on, energy goes. Whether you keep it all up here, whether it's coming out of here, whether it's coming out of your pie hole, whether it's in your body language, don't hold on to any of it. See if you can listen in neutrality. But until you've honed in and skilled that, don't keep loading the wagon. Learn how to discern. Learn how to tap in to those God, Goddess, protective services that is right here. If I can be of any assistance on this journey, message me. In the meantime, just be mindful, connect with that breath. Maybe just be in the observing for 5 or 10 minutes a day, throughout the day. Stop and just know your surroundings. Maybe take some sensories out of it, go quiet. See if you could start feeling, sensing, using your vestibular for balance. That's your inner balance with no eyes. And then be in that appreciation of all things. Don't own a damn thing of it till you know how to own this. Have an amazing Friday, my friends. An amazing Friday. Please like, subscribe. Please leave me a comment. Share if you like. Appreciate that too. In the meantime,